Welcome back to week 12 in CAD 112, and this week we are working on project 17 here, and we're doing removed views. And on this one, this is the drawing we've got, so I went ahead and I drawed it all up and I put everything in there. So now I want to do these removed views. We got C, B, and A, and what it is of course we got the front view here, we got a left side view, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out and show you what it looks like exactly where we're cutting here in C, and it'll turn over and it'll look like this, something similar, but it'll just be what we cut down through here. So let's get to it. We'll start out with A first, and I want to come over here to my layers and I want to set it to a cutting plane line, and I'll make that current and hit line, and I'm going to come in here about eyeballing it right there and bring it straight down. We'll eyeball that in just like that. So there's my cutting plane line. If I do my line weights, you can see the line weights of this stuff. Cutting plane is really heavy line. And also I want to take and just do this. I want to use one of these arrows, and I'll take and explode that. That way I can grab that arrow and use it. So I'm going to do a copy, grab that, and I'll come down here and I'll stick it right there, turn my ortho off, put that one right there. We are good to go on that. We also got, so I'll grab all this here. No use reinventing the wheel, because we can just easily go up here and copy and come over here to about right there, put one, and then we'll put one about right in there. So now we got to put our designators, our A's. So I'll just go over here and annotate, grab me a single line text, and we will put that right behind here. I got that tilted just a little bit. You can do a multi-line or single line. Make sure I put my ortho on. I'll zoom in here, and that's going to be cap lock. Make sure it's cap locked. An A. And after I get one in, I'm just going to do a copy. Put one down here, A, and I grab both of them, do a copy. I'll catch that point. Go over here and catch that, catch that. And all I have to do is double click it, change that to B, change that to B, double click it, change that to C, double click it, change that to C, and we're done with that. So now we're going to start with A, and we're going to cut through. Now A, you can see this right here, and this projects over, so this cut is going all the way through it. You can see that if you were to project that. So that cut goes all the way through it. And if I'm looking, and my designators are going this way, so I'm looking back this way. So what I want to do is just grab this and do a copy. And I'll put this one, I'll put it right above here, just like that. And when I'm thinking of this one, I'm looking, this line right here is the line that's going all the way through. So what I want to do is just put me a line, catch that point right there, and I want to come all the way over, and that's that line I've got all the way over, and I must have hit something just off a little bit. Let me make sure I'm right on that end point. And I want to use I'll use my object line, which I'm using 0 for this one. I didn't use a template, but I'm going to bring that straight over with an ortho and zoom in. And you can see now that if I back up, that this line right here is the line that we're using for this. So I go up here, and I want to make this an object line now. Alright, and we want, and you're just going to look at we're looking this way, and you're seeing this hole right here. See this hole right here? That's what these lines represent, and it goes all the way through to here. So if I'm looking back this way, I'm seeing this hole. So I do see this looking back that way, and I do, and really and truly, there's that. And I want to see this bottom down here. This right here would become an object line. And alright, and then the rest of this stuff you would take out. You don't want to put hidden lines inside of this. You just want to be able to see what you're cutting. And then I'd go back up in here and I'd do me a hatch. And we'll have to make us another layer for our hatch too, because hatch lines are default. They're not very thick. So I want to put on this will be my section lines. Section, and they would be defaulted just like that, and we'll give them a different color so it's kind of obvious to see those. And I'll set that current, and I'll go in here now and I'll do my hatch, and I'm just going to do the pattern. I'm just going to hatch pattern. I'm just going to do a general pattern on this one, and the only place that got cut here was this little section right through here, and I want to put just like that. And then of course you want to go in here to annotate, center mark, put your center mark right there, and we want to click on it and change it, layers, to a center line, and you'd want to, that looks great, just like that. So this would be section AA. And what you want to do is, I'm just going to just grab one of these, do a copy and bring that up there, put it right underneath of it. I'll put it right here. And right between those, I'm going to put a dash, section AA. I'll get rid of this other one. And I need to actually double click this and section AA. Just like that. Now let's do the BB part, and let's grab this one again, do a copy, bring it up here, kind of line it up, grab this, we'll copy it and bring it over and put it underneath it, and it would be, this one will be BB. Okay, and now what I want to do is on BB, what am I going to see here? I'm seeing this cut that goes, looks like it's going all the way across. If I were to take and stretch that out, it's going all the way across it. And then this down here starts up here and comes down here, so that's probably that V pattern. So what I want to do is, that hole is going through there as well. We can kind of see that. So the hole stays, and now this stays, and I want to put now I just want to go in here up to this one, change it to a object line, and this hole actually is getting cut like that. So if you're looking right on B and looking back this way, that hole, no, I shouldn't have done that. Back up. There we go. That line's cutting right through there, and we'll actually see all of that hole. So we'd have to trim out that, just like that. Okay, so we have that in there now, and then down here at the bottom would be this V, so we wouldn't have this in there. We wouldn't have this. We'd have our V. We wouldn't have this in there. for this or this, but we'll have our V in there, and it is going to be a solid line. So the only thing that's being cut in here is going to be the parts coming up through here to there. And so we go in there again, and section lines on. I just put my hatch in, and this right here is the only part that's being cut at that point. Alright, now let's move along. Copy that. Grab it. Line it up. Bring it over just a fuzz. It's okay. We can move it back and get it lined up a little bit closer. Move this one over. C. And on this one, it's the last one. Only thing you're seeing through here was when you cut through here would just be this hole. So everything would come out besides the hole. This hole right here coming through, and just go in there and section all that right there off. And just put this, when you get it all done, that's just the parts that you're seeing. These are called remove sections on this, and it helps you to identify what that part looks like at those different cross sections. And again, you don't put hidden lines on these, just show exactly the area that you're cutting. And put this on, I think it's on A-size paper, and just get it set up and put it in your layouts. I don't have any layouts set up right now, but put it on there where you've got a title block and your borders, and fill all that information out and make sure that you get this thing scaled appropriately, and it should scale to 1:1 fairly decently. Yeah. So get that done for me and get that submitted. If you need help, please let me know.